Hey everyone, welcome back to Ovation Home Renovation, and today we're going to do it big. So we're taking a look at, these hidden spaces between the stairwells, staircases. That's my upper staircase, that's my lower staircase, and this behind me is just a blank wall. Instead of leaving it plain, I suggest you turn it into a work of art. You can add wooden slats, flower pots. We just have one here, but instead of keeping it that way, you can zhuzh it up a bit. Get some more designer drawings like that. The main project right now is just building a slat wall. Stick with me, I'll walk you through every single thing that you need. It's easier than you think, I promise you. All right, let's get started. And by the time we're done, I promise you, you're going to be looking at something like that in all its glory. So coming down the stairs, you can actually have time to check out yourself. Make sure you're looking in tip-top shape before you go to that basement party. All right, let's go. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Hey guys, so this is going to be, I'm going to be laying down here just so you can see things. But essentially, I'm putting these slats up. I'm going the easy way. I just bought these from the box store. I'm going to be putting them up on this wall. But I don't want them sitting on this base wall, so I'm just going to come cut these base walls, these baseboards away. I don't want them sitting on the baseboard, rather, not base wall. I'm going to be taking the baseboards out. Most likely they're nailed in with 16 or 18 gauge nails. I'm going to be taking that out and making sure that these panels probably going to go in this way, because if I go in this way, I'm going to be sitting flush with the floor on that side. Let's do this. Once the baseboards come out, I'll be in a better position to make that determination. Right now, I'm just going to be spitballing. I won't know for sure until these baseboards come out, and I'll see what I'm actually dealing with. So to cut away your baseboards, just score that bead of, silicone painter silicone or whatever it is that they use. I just need to cut behind the baseboard. They used MDF. Interesting. But I just need to cut behind the baseboard and then remove this. Hopefully in one piece. Gotta love the wall art. Yeah, gotta love the wall art. I need that, like a clamp or something. Something to get behind this and pull. A pull bar. I don't have a pull bar here. That's in the... it's in the flooring tools. Alright, be right back. I need like 4 hands over here. So I'm going to leverage the tools that I can to make this gap a little bit bigger. Cut behind. And get the knife in behind this. There we go. And of course, we're gonna have nails in the corner. There we go. So this is why you need to be careful when you're taking off your baseboards, because you're gonna have these guys poking out. So you definitely don't want to come back here and grab that. Just be very careful. I have some nails showing up. Just one or two that need to be dealt with. On this side, it's fairly clean. Ooh, take that back. I have one there. And a couple here. So I need to take these guys off before I do anything. Alright, so if I have this screw, I'm just gonna go through this. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough to bite into the drywall. This would be a good fastener. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. So sideways. If we do this, it's gonna end up looking taller here. But if we flip it, this side's gonna be against the wall. I have, yeah, I'm getting the fit that I want. I want this to be sitting on the carpet, which is good. Otherwise, flip it over and have that a little bit embedded, and sit flush against that. Then I'm gonna have to bring out the level, because I want to make sure that this is level, flush and plumb. 4 foot level, guys, I think. Yeah, 4 foot level. So whatever one I had initially was completely dried through, and I actually threw the whole thing away, which doesn't make too much sense, because most likely gonna need the nozzle. But now I have to figure out how to push all that glue out with that length. I don't even think it's worth it at this point. Alright, I'll just proceed as if that doesn't exist. Flowing a lot better than this. Yeah, I love life way too much to squeeze this thing out this slow. Make sure you're leveling as you go, because that will make or break this design right here. And I'm gonna have to take a break at some point because my son needs to go do music lessons. All right, so time lapse. So I noticed something. I think I'm gonna put screws in the ends here, at least for the star, of course, on this side. There is just a little bit of flex over here. There's a bit of a shadow, and I don't like that. Oh, so that's gonna end up pulling away. Yeah, come on, focus. Yeah. I'm gonna come back and put screws all along here. All right, I'm gonna leave these in place right now. We'll do that drop off, and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm at the final stretches of this slat wall project, and I'm at the very top, so I still need to preserve the lip. Let me show you. So this is what the finish is supposed to look like. It's supposed to have a little lip before the actual material shows up. And I already cut the first part. I didn't even show it on camera, but essentially what I did is I lopped that part off. I lopped the part off that had the lip. That's up on the wall. And since I don't want to waste any material, I'm just going to try to mimic the same thing here. So what I'm doing is I'm aligning the end to this, and the part where the felt ends is right on that mark, but I need to account for that part. Therein lies the second mark right there. So the first mark is where the felt sort of begins or ends, and the second one is where the wood or the material actually ends or begins. So I marked it twice just so I can establish a straight line. And there for the felt, the corresponding one is there for the felt. This one's there for the material wood. That one is there for the material wood. So I'm just gonna line a track with the fest tool, cut along this guy for the felt, and then lift it up maybe a quarter, let's say half an inch, and then cut the material, and then be done with that, hopefully. Fingers crossed it goes smoothly. Alright, so this is gonna be loud. Turn it off first. Or make sure it's on auto, actually. Make sure your decibelation unit is on auto. This wasn't. Clean. Perfect. Alright, now to do the lighter one for the felt. Set the depth again. Then the lighter. The depth is that's even less. It's a quarter of an inch. Nice. This one I'm gonna put it exactly at a quarter because I don't want to cut through the felt at all. And do that one more time. I'm gonna cut through the first material. The first one, just you could do a little more. I don't know the exact measurement for this, so I'm just refining as I go. So this is over here. It's 1 notch under 3/4. One notch under 3/4, it just nicked the length, so we're good. Okay, let's go take a close look at 1 notch under 3/4, right there. Let's see what it looked like. That just barely nicked the length, so you can see a very fine line right there, running all the way up. It's a very, very fine line, but I got the exact effect that I was looking for. Tell me who did it better. This, which is a factory edge. The factory edge. Come on. Not there. Alright, that's a factory edge. Or this. Or that. Which one looks better? I'm here to help a tin pan way. Alright, we have our 2 final pieces. My creation. Oh, that's fairly deep. I didn't check the notch. This one's a factory factory finish. And this one's mine. Alright, let's go toss it in. This, the last piece I think I might have to cut in half just because of the width of the wall. So, let's go see how it fits. Ideally, I should have stapled these pieces down just like those, but I'll leave that alone for now. We're just gonna slide this in the back and fit that. And pull that tight. This is the part that has the space is a little bit off. Just that part. Everything else seems to align a little bit. So what I usually do is I cut a little bit off of the joint over here, just a sliver. I think that will compensate and move everything that way. But I like it so far. I almost want to put like shims up top, but I am going to come back with a thing of quarter round. Here, let me show you. This is going to be along the top there. Actually, I am going to do that right now. I need to find a thing to cut it so I can cut. And pin it. Same thing here. Yeah, I'll come back and fill these. But I'm gonna clean off any excess glue. Like there. And there. Yeah, I don't want to use a wet finger. But I'm gonna come back and fill that part because I don't like that gap. It's either that or I pull it off and redo it. Alright, phone down. Yeah, just a piece like that. Just apply a little bit of glue and then slide it up there. Since it's in that far corner, I just need to make sure that it's not conspicuous, or actually I'm probably just gonna do without the glue. Probably just gonna leave it like that for now. And we'll have to come back and paint these walls. Oh, actually, I am gonna back this out. I don't like it. I don't like that there's a gap up there. what you saw me doing previously was replacing every single one of these zinc plated or copperish screws with one of these black ones that was absolutely in the box when I bought it, but I wasn't paying attention to the contents of the box as to the screws that I needed to use. Every single one of those was in that box. Every single black screw that I needed from the get-go was in that box. But I didn't like the hex, I didn't like the Phillips heads over the hex bolts, the T25, T22, whatever one. I don't like Phillips heads. I don't know why. They just suck. So I went with what I had on hand. Turns out I had black screws in the box. So check the contents of the box before you start next time. But there we go, all done.